Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Patreon cast between Clem and Dark here on 2000 Atmospheres. Bottom left, it is Dark. Top right, it is Clem. Alright, so you might remember the Clem versus Dark game that I posted a week ago if you're watching this on patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. And if you are, thank you very much for supporting me for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. And if you're watching this in the month of September, then you might remember the Clem vs. Dark match that I posted a month ago. It was excellent. It was an excellent game between these two players. I'm hoping to replicate it with this match as well. Anywho, ZVT. The most popular matchup on my channel, at least according to the metrics. 16, 18, 17 here from Dark. And 1 Rax expand from Clem. 2000 Atmospheres is a very peaceful map. We've got little fish down here that are frozen in suspended animation until somebody gets vision over here, and then they'll start moving to save on processing power. See, these fish are moving. Watch them stop moving when the Overlord goes away. You ready for this? You ready for the sadness that is these fish losing their reason to move and exist because nobody's looking at them but us? Oh, hang on. Here it is. The vision's going away. The fish are slowing down. Wait, are they still moving? Oh, SCV coming through. Hang on. The SCV goes away. Now... now they have stopped. Isn't that weird? Maybe they're robot fish. Anywho, SCV coming down to sea. Alright, cool. It was a hatch first play. Nothing to worry about at all. Pool's finishing now. Lings are in production. But that means their Lings are not already here, so the Reaper moves out. Reaper's name is Rocky Balboa. Coming out of retirement again, Rocky traveled to the Kapurlu sector to challenge the physically strongest in the sector and Ultralisk to a match. The most surprising thing was not that the Zerg Swarm agreed to the fight, but that Rocky won. Mengsk, who had bet half the Confederacy's treasury on the Ultralisk, angrily had the champion sealed into a Reaper suit and bet the remaining half of the treasury on Rocky not surviving more than 10 minutes in his first battle. Rocky, get him! Get him! Honestly, one of the better players you could ask to be controlling you, Rocky Balboa. Clem is an excellent Terran player. The odds of you surviving to 10 minutes are not... they're not horrible, honestly. I would, I'd give about even money on that if I was setting the odds in Vegas. Third hatch coming up from Dark. The other problem with that bet is that Dark's on the other side. So we gotta have the best of both worlds here, you know? Third CC on the way from Clem, sub 3 minutes. We haven't seen this in a little bit of time on the channel. I love that. The macro, I don't know how Zergs punish it. I really don't. Like, the only benefit... well, the drawback, I guess, for the Terran is that you can't harass super well if you're throwing that much money at a third CC. Like, you can't get your starport out very fast. You know, you can't afford as many Hellions as you normally could if you, with this CC. And anyway, Rocky Balboa sitting back, using them combat drugs that came with the suit. You think they choose to use those, or do you think they just, like... inside the suit, there's internal needles that just stick themselves into your arm, and then you're like, I'm healed. I bet that's what happens. That's like more in line with Terran doctrine. Look at this Overlord. He's like, I'm going back in. I'm going back in. You can't stop me. Ah, you're too busy dealing with this Overlord. Oh, so this one comes in. This is so genius from Dark. Holy crap. Okay, did he catch? He did. He saw the fake Cloak Banshee opening. It could be a fake Cloak Banshee opening. This could be a situation where we are making the Zerg player think this is Cloak Banshee, or this could actually be a Banshee that's coming in now. And it is. Okay, so Viking first into Cloak Banshee. This is the most dangerous part of the mission for Rocky Balboa right here. He is in amongst his Hellion friends. They're protecting him as well as they can. Oh, just kidding. He's out in front. No! Rocky Balboa, you can't be in front. You're the most fragile of all of the units here. I guess there's roaches out now, so nobody is really happy about that. So everybody retreat. There's already roaches out. Is this a 2.5 base? Oh. 2.5 base roach attack? No, we're droning too hard for that. We're also getting a lair. How many workers do we have? 45. If we get any more than this, it could be Roach Ravager all in. But Banshees shut that down so effectively, and guess what? Clem has damn Banshees. Even with Cloak, which isn't really necessary if you're defending against Roach and Ravager, but still. Glial Reconstitution getting started, and 7 more drones come up. Okay, so Dark's not doing that. For a second, I felt like he was. Oh, these roaches, though. These roaches, though. You're going to die with no kills. Shame. Shame on these roaches. Horrible, horrible stuff. Alright, where are we going next here? Spore Crawler coming in, because the timing, well, he knows there's Banshees out. So let's get some Spores. Although the third base doesn't need any of those. We have Overlords that are not Overseers, so that counts, right? No, it doesn't. I swear, if Banshees get some stuff done here, because there's not any detection at the third base, I'm going to be very upset with Dark. Come on, man, make a Spore. You don't have a Spore here either. He's only worried about it in his main. Alright, well, third base lands for Clem. Fourth base timing for Dark needs to be in about the next 60 seconds or so. He's going for upgrades, and a Baneling Nest, and an Infestation. Oh, Infestation Pit. Hey, remember when I was like, I guess there's an Overseer now. But yeah, you should, nope, too many. 8 drones is too many. Dark was not prepared, and he paid for it. Meanwhile, these oh, get out of there. Get out of there, Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa got out of there. His friends dying all around him, but he survives. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Dude, Clem's going to win this game with behind this Banshee. This is 15 total kills on these 2 Banshees. 13 drones have gone down. Ling's countering into the third base of Clem, which has literally no defense whatsoever. Oh, hang on. Some Marines are showing up. A little bit late, you know, after 5 SCVs die, and that barracks is temporarily suspended construction. Alright, well, fourth base coming in here from Dark about at the time I wanted him to do it. 1-1 coming in from Clem for his biological units. He's not going for the mech, which, if you didn't watch the DreamHack final from, again, earlier this week, if you're a patron, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for at least $1 a month, which honestly seems attainable. Or a month ago, if you're watching this in September, Maru versus Raynor. And Maru went so much mech. He went so much mech. He was doing Maru things. It was really fun to watch. I'm not going to tell you who won the whole thing, but that series was something to behold. Shark down here. Not worried about what's going on above the water line. It doesn't bother him at all. Maybe... I wonder what pollution there is, right? Just from stuff that dies and they're, you know, this Banshee dies and the pieces fall into the water. That's pollution. That's pollution in the ocean. Mysterious question. So Clem decides it's time to move out. We got enough stuff. Got our Marines. Got our Hellions. Is our Reaper alive? He is. Where is he, though? I don't know. Can't be clicking him. Is he alive? Yeah, he's alive, but it's not centering me on the map where he is. Alright, big Hellbat Marine Marauder push here. Uh-oh. Oh no, he's alive. I really wish I knew where he was. I like this Ling counterattack. Are there enough Marines to hold this? Yeah, there are. Are there enough Marines to murder everything here? Yes, absolutely. Fourth hatch down. This is very scary stuff. Hellbat's in the front, ready to absorb some damage here. Are there enough Roaches and Banelings to handle this pre-splitting his units? Here's Clem. Are these... Oh, some Banelings came in. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Our Reaper is alive. I don't know where he is. The centering button is broken, but he's alive at 9 minutes. Is he in this battle? I don't know. I don't see him anywhere. I don't see him in this battle. He's got to be holding a watch. Oh, he's just holding a watchtower. That makes sense. He's holding his own like a watchtower. Dark getting a fourth base, but man, losing that fourth base that he had for virtually nothing. Clem lost nothing to kill that is brutal for Dark. Alright, he needs to get something done. If he can kill this third base, that'd be nice for him. He's thinking about it. He's got Infestors out too. Going for Vipers at the same time. Spellcasters are going to have to be the victorious units for him. And this fourth base from Dark needs to finish without dying. Oh, the Vanguard. Never a good place to be as the Vanguard. Bungles! And the tank goes down. There's only one tank in there. I think you can handle it, Dark. I think maybe another fungal, draining all the energy. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, the fungal. There's 2 tanks, but 1 tank is now dead. Another one getting surrounded and massacred. And, okay, the tanks are dead. Everyone's been fungal. The medevac count is pretty healthy, but there's not a lot of energy on them at all. And then this 4th base gets canceled again. Well, killed once and then canceled now. And that's why you have a medevac, is for the Zerglings that inevitably come to avenge the death of their hatchery. You just unload here. And then pick up again, because there's no Mutalisks, there's no Corruptors, there's no Spire. It is Roach Ravager Bailing right now from Dark. It can win the game. It absolutely can win the game, but as this bio starts getting upgraded more and more and more, it's going to get more difficult by the second. The Fungals, though. I haven't seen good Fungals from a Zerg in what feels like a long time. Really, really, really good Fungals there from Dark. So Clem very casually is on 4 bases. Dark's on 4 bases. He'd really like to have this hatchery as a 5th, but once again, it's gonna die. Yeah, that's a that's a cancel. My gosh. It's going better for Dark up this way, though. He doesn't want to push into Choke City right now. It's not a happy place to be if you're a Zerg, but maybe he does. Parasitic Bomb on top of the medevacs. They don't have any energy anyway, and they're taking a ton of damage. Good splits, getting him out of there. Corrosive Biles trying to kill both of these barracks, I guess, to give himself a bit more room to maneuver here, but tank's well positioned there. Not easy to get fungal biles on those. Not fungal biles, because that's not what's happening here, but just regular corrosive biles. The orbital command is getting repaired as it's very low on HP, but it's going to do fine. Corrosive biles not hitting those medevacs either. 181 to 169 supply. Dark has an advantage, but keep in mind that roaches are very supply heavy and not super cost efficient. So the fact that Dark is up doesn't mean a whole lot right now. He needs the Banelings. Just Roach Ravager alone is not going to do well here. He needs the Baneling to make some connections. He needs some Fungals. He needs... There's a good Fungal. Trying to pre-split there. Doesn't go particularly well. Corrosive Biles getting absolutely tossed down like they are free, and they are. They're just on a timer. Okay, here we go. Pushing again a little bit here. Dark. Time in full retreat. That's not good for him at all. He is trying to replace these units. He's getting ghosts for steady targeting and snipe, I have to assume, which is the same thing. But this 3rd base is in shambles all of a sudden. SCVs are falling fast. Are they? Oh, the Corrosive Biles trying to hit these SCVs as they try to repair. Whew. Dodging as well as he can there with his SCVs is Clem. Beautifully done by him. So a very different game. Finally, Dark decides to expand over here, but the 5th base is up and running, getting a 6th while we're at it. Steady targeting. Pretty good against Ravagers. They're squishy. They have good range, and they have a special ability, which makes them squishy, right? If you're ranged and you have a special ability, you don't get a lot of HP. That's not how this game works. Stim, okay, kind of baiting some stims out. I love that from Dark. Again, there's a lot of medevacs, but not a lot of them have much energy at all. Baneling's getting some nice connections under those medevacs. You can't heal what's dead. Dark expanding on the left side at the same time. Parasitic Bomb. Medevacs going down to Parasitic Bomb. Absolute chaos here. 2 takes going down almost simultaneously. Dark's up 156 to 137 supply. He's got an advantage. He's got the bases he wants. He's really been able to keep Clem on the back foot here for some time. Clem is taking... Okay, he's got a 4th base at the 12 o'clock, and he's got a 5th base landing now. Because, again, these guys' macro abilities are absolutely insane. Ultra's coming out. Chitinous Plating getting researched. I like the Ultralisk decision, but again, Clem already has ghosts out. He's already shown he's very proficient with them today, as most Elite Terran players are, and, you know, they don't lose it. It's like riding a bike. They kind of look like medics with this uniform, right? Kind of white with packs on their back. They look like the medic from Team Fortress 2, which I've never actually played before. But I know I have approximate knowledge of many things, as they say. So Dark at 85, Workers, the income tab, looking pretty healthy for him recently. But if Clem's got this base rolling and he's got the 12 o'clock rolling, that's good for him. These lings are checking to see if there's a base here or here, and then maybe try to get an attack in this way. But that's where the sensor towers come in, is that Clem isn't going to be left entirely in the dark about the presence of these lings in this location. Planetary should be able to hold. And the lings recognize that. They're backing out. They're going to regroup with their Ultralisk friends. Oh, the timing on this for Knight's plating is going to be pretty good. Dark is really keeping Clem busy over here on the right side. And I don't think there's enough to save these Planetary. Nope. Planetary is dead. Some ghosts are coming over to try to save it, but the Banelings are a big problem. Oh, the SCVs tried to hide. Not going particularly well. 13 SCVs go down. The Planetary dies. And Ultralisk actually makes it out of there with his life, which is incredible. Okay, big-time victory from Dark. He was on the back foot for some time there, but he is now firmly in the driver's seat. Up 200 to 167 supply. Income tab, dropping down into that blue pretty darn effectively. Creep spread is not insanely good, but it's really, really good here. 18 Banelings in production. And forcing Clem to replace this fourth base with a non-planetary is a big victory for Dark. Much easier for him to kill it. That said, with your Ling Bane Ultra army, these they can lift, right? Orbitals can lift. So it's actually a little bit easier to keep alive against this particular composition. This Ultra just cleaving through everybody here. He's got Anabolic Synthesis. He's got Chitinous Plating. These Marauders don't care as he goes down. More SCVs die, and I think with the Planetary bust on the right side, that's it. Clem is done. He's down 60 supply. This base is getting repaired. These Ravagers are both dead. This is Clem's last hurrah. He just can't. He just can't. It's too many Lings, it's too many Banelings, it's too much macro here from Dark. The Parasitic Bombs doing well against the Medivacs because nothing here is really shooting up. Ghost getting surrounded and killed, and that's your GG. Dark is your winner in 17 minutes and 17 seconds. An absolutely fantastic, jam-packed match between those two players. The resources lost tell us everything. If you lose fewer resources than your Terran opponent in 20 minutes, you've won the game. It is very hard to lose that game if you're Dark here. 31,000 for him, 32,000 for Clem. Yeah, and just the bases killed 2 here. 1 hatchery died for Dark. 1 got canceled a couple times, which is an annoyance, but 2 planetaries and a command center going down, and also that 12 o'clock basically being turned into just into a ghost town, right? That was a big victory. Also, 89 SCVs that killed is a big freaking deal, too. How many of those SCVs died after the whistle, though? Yada, yada, yada. 63. So 63 SCVs have died. And then Indy stays in as like 25 more SCVs die in the background, which is always a weird... It's always a very, very weird thing the replay keeps going. As long as someone's in the game observing, but you can't see it. So yeah, 60 SCVs die, 17 drones went down, which is good. It's a good number, but it's just not enough when you lose that many SCVs on the other side. And yeah, Dark, just, man, I thought for sure he was dead in the water. I thought once that 4th base got canceled, killed, and then canceled, I was like, all right, well, Dark's behind terribly. But I liked the fungal. I really liked the fungal. I wish I saw it more in TVZs, especially against this, marine heavy comp where fungals do so much more damage. It makes it so much harder for them to run away from things like Banelings and run away from things like Ultralisks. It's just anything that slows a unit is good, and plus it does damage. So I really wish more Zerg players would go back to the fungal. Dark seems to be showing us the way, though, yeah? It seems like he possibly is. So well done, Dark. Clem, gonna have to fight another day. Dark seems to have his number a little bit here. That possible? Is that possible that he does? Again, there's no shame in that. Dark is a world champion. So, I mean, I'm not, if you're Clem, maybe you don't feel too bad about that. But if you're trying to be the best player in the world, you got to get through Dark eventually. You got to figure it out. So, GG. GG to Clem. Better luck next time. And Dark looking scary, as always, in this win. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.